Some things caught on camera are just too strange to ignore. We're talking about ghosts in houses, unexplained figures, and moments that make you question reality itself.
And How?
These aren't movie scenes. These are horrifying realities. So get ready, because what you're about to see is anything but normal.
Hazy, you seeing this? Oh my god, he's dropped!
Give me the camera.
Take it.
Give me the camera.
A Japanese TikToker was recording where she filmed a moment where a hovering, translucent figure appeared and seemed to be rushing towards her with its arms out. The hands appeared to be out as if it was going for her neck while she was distracted. The camera drops and the footage gets cut off abruptly. The fate of the girl remains a mystery. Reflection of spirit. While practicing speech in the bathroom mirror, this recorder didn't realize that he was being watched. A hotel guest in South Korea was filming himself, not realizing that his room was haunted. One of the smaller mirrors captured the reflection of a ghost or a spirit that was watching him from a near distance. The figure was either veiled with an extremely pale face. Surprised by the incident, he shared a reel on TikTok that went viral in the paranormal community. Ghostmate.
Is it just me? Or somebody sitting next to me on my freaking couch?
Among all the things that could arouse the interest of ghosts, it's watching TV. A lone apartment tenant who, while watching TV, noticed the reflection of another person or entity who was sitting next to him, although he was alone. At this point, the man was convinced that this was a paranormal entity, although it was not slamming doors or windows, and watching TV showing peaceful coexistence.
And my TV switched off in sleep mode. Is it just me? Or somebody sitting next to me on my freaking couch?
Paranormal intruder. A TikTok user shared this clip, claiming that his door was first knocked several times, but he couldn't see anyone outside. Moments later, the door started to shake inward, just moments before something came in by force, slamming the door toward the man. With nothing visible, it is safe to assume that this was a paranormal intruder. Some of the viewers who were skeptical of the recorder claimed that he may have summoned this ghost or spirit. Paranormal elevator activity. If there is any worse place where one could be cornered, it's the elevator. A CCTV camera of an elevator of an apartment complex caught a moment where a man who was going up had a series of encounters. This bizarre entity kept appearing by the elevator doors on multiple floors, peeping at the man who looked to be getting overwhelmed until he got out unscathed. From this being a ghost or a spirit, it is unclear if these were the same entity that was moving through the floors or multiple of them. Stalking ghost.
Hazy, you seeing this? Oh my god, he's dropped!
Give me the camera.
Take it.
Give me the camera.
One night, after repeated tapping sounds on the windows, a strangely common occurrence, the homeowner left the curtains open, hoping to spot the source. Later, upon entering the room, they were shocked to see a tall, robed figure standing outside the window. Quickly grabbing a camera, they recorded the entity, which appeared solid and even cast a shadow on the wall, suggesting it wasn't a trick of the light. Most disturbing, however, was its disappearance. Footage from the garden security camera showed the figure not walking away, but seemingly melting into the concrete patio slabs. To this day, there's no explanation for what was seen or where it went.
No, quick. What's outside the door?
Haunting witch. A man who soon after returning home discovered the presence of an unknown person in one of his rooms. It was hiding behind a doll and kept peeping at the man. By its appearance, it looked a lot like a witch. According to some speculators, this witch was amid a witchcrafting with that doll until she was interrupted as the man returned to his place. The witch, according to the man, was just as terrified of him as he was of her. Aggressive ghost shadow. A man who was returning to his apartment room until a shadowy figure in the hallway ambushed him. It seemed to have waited for him until he got to the corner, where it came out, grabbing his leg while the tenant was caught by surprise. At first, it slammed before letting the man touch the floor, at which point the shadow grabbed him by the leg and started to drag away. The footage ended with the tenant escaping, while this ghost shadow didn't seem to be done with him. Witch in backseat.
Padre cielo que estás en lo nuestro.
While passing through the countryside, this driver noticed and filmed a creepy-looking woman in the backseat of a car in front of him. She had a dark, eerie face with glowing eyes and could be best described as a witch who kept on staring at him. This spooky figure started to behave aggressively, as if it wanted to break the rear of the vehicle and jump at the recorder. It could have been an actual witch, or perhaps a possessed woman who was being taken away for treatment. House taken over.
Tapping on the window out. There.
Yeah.
Top window.
A man's daughter saw something creepy in the window while returning, and she called up. Their body filmed the presence of a shadowy figure that kept on appearing in the windows, almost as if it were keeping an eye on them. Both reported that it almost looked like this figure was warning them not to enter the premises, or else.
The hell is it going to zoom in on this?
Walking through bars.
And now this. How?
It's usually quite difficult for a baby to slip through the narrow bars of a baby gate, but for this infant, it seemed effortless. While spending time with his child and casually filming, a parent was stunned to capture the moment the baby appeared to walk right through the gate, almost like a ghost. The bars were far too close together for even a small child to fit, making the sight almost unbelievable. What was even more unsettling was how smoothly and confidently the baby moved through, suggesting this wasn't the first time such an escape had happened, and raising questions no one could easily answer.
Okay, wait right there, baby. Daddy's gonna be right back, okay? And now this. How?
Roaming paranormal figure. A group of young adults who were spending time together in the apartment room, where one of them spotted a spooky, uninvited guest. They were prepping a snack until one of them, who was recording a vlog, noticed an unknown, terrifying entity that he quickly called out. The group soon after rushed to the very dark room where this unknown figure was spotted to investigate, but it was nowhere to be found. Could this not be an actual intruder that looks like Frankenstein, or a supernatural entity in a physical form? Whatever it was, remains a mystery. Ghost from ancient past. A group of explorers and adventure enthusiasts stumbled upon an ancient, long-abandoned cabin hidden deep within the woods in the Philippines. They began to explore the surrounding area, which was surprisingly vast and open. As one member filmed their surroundings, the camera unexpectedly captured a dark, shadowy figure hovering briefly before vanishing within seconds. The group was unsettled by what they had witnessed, convinced it was some kind of roaming paranormal presence, but unsure of its nature or origin. They decided to share the footage on social media, inviting others to weigh in on the mysterious figure they had unknowingly documented. Lurking witch spirit. Just as a homeowner was about to fall asleep, something outside his window caught his attention. A pale, ghostly figure standing still in the dark. It resembled a woman with long black hair, but there was something deeply unnatural about her appearance, and the eerie, jerking way she moved, as if trying to come inside. Though the window was locked, an unsettling feeling gripped him, and a thought took root. Could she be a witch? The image of her wouldn't leave his mind, and he found himself unable to sleep. he considered closing the curtains, but deep down, he knew that some things can't be kept out so easily. Demon reflection.
Hej tjejer. Hej säg du.
Among many things that can be used to detect a possessing demon, a mirror is one of them. A father and a son who were spending time together while filming were in for a sudden development that left the parent astonished. As soon as his son looked away from the mirror, the reflection didn't follow. In fact, if you notice closely, the eyes of the infant turn completely black for a second or two before they return to the original state, and then the reflection follows. This incident left the parent worried that the infant may have been possessed by a demon. Haunted mirror toy.
Hola, bienvenido al castillo de los sueños del espejo mágico.
It's not just the houses that get haunted, but also the toys. A TikTok user shared this clip that was filmed by an unknown source showing a toy that was still functioning even though the batteries were out, or even if no one would be playing with it.
Hola.
Hola, encantado de conocerte.
The toy is believed to be at least a century old, covered in dust, and has scratches all over. Rumor has it that the toy is possessed by the soul of its first owner, who passed away in a tragic incident.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
Vanishing Christmas ball. A young girl was playing with what appeared to be a toy stick and a Christmas ball under the casual watch of her babysitter. Like many, the babysitter was on her phone and happened to be recording the moment. Suddenly, as the girl continued to play, the Christmas ball vanished without explanation. While the child seemed only mildly confused, the babysitter was instantly shaken, suspecting something far beyond a simple trick of the eye. The strange disappearance, caught clearly on camera, led her to believe that some form of paranormal activity might have been at play in that seemingly ordinary moment. Porch child disappearing. A woman who soon after dropping off her nephew noticed this young girl from the neighboring house. The little girl seemed to be moving around on the porch and chatting with someone, even though no one seemed to be visible. Within moments, she suddenly vanished into thin air. The source, being concerned for her safety, stopped recording and rushed to investigate, but couldn't find the little girl. Could it be that the ghosts or paranormal entities abducted her?
Where the did she just go?
Roaming warehouse spirit. A motion-activated security camera in a warehouse was triggered when the eerie shadow appeared, what can only be described as a ghost or spirit that suddenly emerged from beneath a partially closed shutter during the closing time. Additional cameras later in the upper office parts of the building also captured this ghostly figure that seemed to be roaming all over the place. Apart from the ghost's sudden appearance, what makes it more bizarre is the manner in which it made its way in, almost as if it were an actual person. Confronting room ghost.
No, stay there. Hey.
If you ever leave your house empty, there is a good chance that ghosts or spirits could decide to move in and possibly take over. A homeowner who, after returning home, noticed a human-like shadow that was sitting on the couch. When he confronted it along with his pet dog, the shadow quickly got up on its feet and silently disappeared into the thin air. The very body posture of this entity shows the motive that it was waiting for someone or something. Perhaps it was waiting to see if this house was actively occupied or not.
Oh my god. Dude.
Chasing spirit. After a girl went missing, a security camera footage that was being reviewed from her area revealed a shocking development. In the dark of the night, she was being chased by a humped humanoid who, after seeing the camera, stopped chasing her and started crawling. At this point, it looked as if some person was possessed by a demon until it just vanished out of existence. At this point, it is safe to say that this indeed was some kind of spirit that was shape-shifting while being in pursuit of the girl for reasons not known. Close Una Bruja sighting. Imagine relaxing after a busy day only to find a terrifying figure stalking you at a spitting distance. An Indonesian farmer who, while relaxing just outside this cabin, he heard a weird noise he started to investigate with his phone light. Just below his bed, he noticed a witch often referred to as una bruja that was staring right at him. The footage immediately got cut off soon after as the farmer started panicking. Freezing crowd.
What is happening?
A series of footage was shared by a source claiming to have filmed large crowds frozen while in motion out in the open. Footage was filmed from parks to crowded footpaths and even restaurant dining halls, showing a large number of people who randomly froze almost as if time was stopped, or perhaps were glitching non-player characters. In the clips, many of the other people who didn't freeze were also surprised by the sight of the freezing crowd, which verifies that this happened. Hollow Man or Ghost. A video that was filmed and shared on TikTok by an unknown person showing a human shadow in a playground, although that was empty aside from a single woman. The shadow was facing towards the woman, almost as if it were surveilling her from the top of one of the obstacles. It made exactly no movements, which otherwise would have shown its actual intentions. Many of the viewers commented that this looked very much like a scene from The Final Destination, moments before a tragedy was to have struck. Haunting roommate. Sometimes you don't get to choose when it comes to a roommate, such as this. A woman spending time with her brother in his apartment accidentally filmed a ghost that appeared. The fact that her brother had fallen asleep made this moment even more terrifying for her. She further added that she wasn't able to see the ghost with her own eyes until the entire incident was caught on camera, even though this ghost spirit hadn't wreaked havoc and accepted peaceful coexistence. Intruding anomaly. A parent and a daughter were spending quality time together while filming the memory on the camera. Unknowingly, they caught a glimpse of this strange being reflected in the mirror as it stalked them from a distance. It was only discovered when the footage was later watched, which surprised the parents since there was no evidence or sound of this anomaly making its way into the apartment. Spirit of witch staring. A selfie addict who soon after a bath was taking selfies by the mirror discovered this scary being that was staring at him. It looked much like a witch but was not visible to the naked eye. It made exactly no moves before or after being discovered, leaving the source at ease but still creeped out by its presence and the silent stalking. Imprinted reflection.
That's Rowan.
A father and his child were posing by a mirror to take some selfies while waiting for someone, until a weird glitch caught his attention. As soon as his toddler touched a point on the window and left, his partial reflection remained. At first, the man was confused, until the idea of something being on the other side of the mirror spooked him even more. Disappearing traffic. Twitter erupted after a video posted by Brit Daniel Dutch appeared to show traffic mysteriously vanishing into thin air. The clip, filmed from above, shows cars and bikes turning left on a road before seemingly disappearing beneath a bridge over water. Yes, the traffic just disappears. Daniel captioned the viral post, which quickly gained over 200,000 views and thousands of comments. Some viewers dubbed it the Bermuda Triangle, while others were simply baffled. However, skeptics pointed out that the phenomenon was an optical illusion caused by the filming angle. What looked like a river and bridge was a dirty rooftop with a raised edge. Unknown. Staring creature. During an indoor swimming competition, a spectator casually filmed the event when his camera unexpectedly captured something odd. High up near the corner of the wall, a creature sat eerily still. Its face resembled a dog, but it was unmistakably not one. It remained motionless, quietly observing the scene below. Some speculated it might be a cryptid, something pulled from the pages of old folklore. As more people noticed it, panic began to spread. The match was halted, and the crowd was swiftly evacuated. Whatever the creature was, it wasn't something meant to be seen. Paused collage boy. A passerby captured a video of a young man standing motionless next to a wall, facing a trash can. What's unsettling is that he didn't move at all, even lacking the slightest breath, making him appear more like a statue than a person. He seemed like a real human who might have been hypnotized, possessed, or petrified, remaining in that rigid position for hours without any sign of life. The whole scene left onlookers confused and disturbed by his eerie stillness. Mirrored dimension.
Look at that, his face just moved, but the guy in the mirror seemed the same.
A driver who was at a red light stop noticed something bizarre while looking into one of the side mirrors of another driver. Despite the visible head movement, the side mirror showed it to be not moving at all. This had happened several times before the source started filming and caught it on camera.
I'm watching this dude through the mirror. His face is moving.
There are numerous explanations that viewers started sharing, ranging from this just being a glitch in the Matrix to the mirror having its dimension within itself. If not, it could be the reflection of a ghost or spirit that may have taken refuge in the man's body.
Yo! The Matrix is broken.
Open discussion. This video was shared on TikTok by a girl who claimed to have made a portal through multiple reflections of mirrors while keeping the exact procedure confidential. In one of the reflecting mirrors, a scene of an aisle of a grocery store could be seen.
And there's this huge warehouse grocery store.
She was so curious that she even attempted to partially enter and explore the other side of the portal, even though she was making the video in case she were to go missing or end up lost. The footage got cut off just as she was entering the portal.